Moses and the burning bush. Chapter 1. The shepherd in the wilderness. Thing, a vast desert landscape, rolling hills, and a lone shepherd tending to sheep. Moses, now older, walks through the wilderness of Midian, leading his flock. Moses to himself, sighing, 40 years in this desert, who would have thought I'd go from prince to shepherd, as he watches a sheep. One strays toward a distant mountain, Moses calling out, "Hey, not that way, little one." He chases after the sheep and unknowingly approaches Mount Horeb, the mountain of God. Chapter 2. The burning bush. Moses suddenly stops. Before him, a bush is engulfed in flames, but it is not burning up. Moses blinking in disbelief. What in the world? Fire, but no ashes. As he steps closer, a powerful yet gentle voice calls out. God's voice, "Moses, Moses." Moses startled, looking around. Who's there? God's voice. "Take off your sandals, for the place you stand is holy ground." Moses trembles and removes his sandals, bowing low. Chapter 3. The misjaunty voice speaks again. God's voice. "I am the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." Moses hides his face, afraid. God's voice. "I have seen the suffering of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries, and I have come to rescue them." Moses listens, stunned. God's voice. "I am sending you, Moses, to free my people." Moses' eyes widen in shock. Moses, me? Free them? But how? Chapter 4. The doubtful messenger. Moses stammers, stepping back. Moses, who am I to go before Pharaoh? God's voice. "I will be with you." Moses, but what if they ask who sent me? God's voice. "Tell them, I am WHOIAM has sent you." Moses hesitates, still unsure. Moses, what if they don't believe me? Chapter 5. Signs and wonders. The voice instructs Moses. God's voice. "Throw down your staff." Moses does so, and the staff transforms into a snake. He jumps back in fear. God's voice. "Pick it up by the tail." Moses hesitates but obeys. The snake becomes a staff again. God's voice. "Put your hand in your cloak." Moses does, and when he pulls it out, it is white with leprosy. Shocked, he puts it back in, and it is healed. God's voice. "These signs will show that I am with you." Chapter 6. Excuses and Aaron's help. Moses still hesitates. Moses, but Lord, I am slow of speech. God's voice. "Who gave man his mouth? I will help you speak." Moses sighs. Moses, please, send someone else. God's voice. "Your brother Aaron will speak for you." Moses finally nods, realizing he cannot argue any longer. Chapter 7. Returning to Egypt. Moses, now determined, he tells his wife, Zipporah, about God's command. Zipporah, are you sure about this? Moses, I must obey. Moses and his family set off for Egypt. Along the way, Aaron meets them. Aaron, brother, the Lord spoke to me too. We must go to Pharaoh. Chapter 8. Confronting Pharaoh. Moses and Aaron stand before Pharaoh's golden throne. Moses, the Lord, the God of Israel, says, "Let my people go." Pharaoh scoffs. Pharaoh, who is this Lord that I should obey him? Moses and Aaron exchange a glance. Aaron, if you refuse, he will show his power. Pharaoh laughs, waving them away. Pharaoh, I will not let Israel go. Chapter 9. The resistance begins. Pharaoh, angered, makes the Israelites labor even harder. The people grumble against Moses. Israelite worker, you've only made things worse. Moses prays in frustration. Moses, Lord, why did you send me? They won't listen. God's voice. Now you will see what I will do to Pharaoh. Chapter 10. The journey begins. Moses, now stronger in face, looks toward Pharaoh's palace. The battle has just begun, but he knows God is with him. Moses resolute. Let's go, Aaron. It's time. The scene fades as they walk forward, stepping into their destiny.